on this lovely day. It's nice and sunny for a change. It was a bit cloudy the other day. I have my little bear, and of course my little panther is playing around in the bedroom right now. Well, what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about my university. Yeah, I've started that properly now. Last week it was introduction week, so nothing really interesting happens in introduction week. It's all about how to use the system, what you're going to do, all that. This week we're starting with Athens, places and people. It's all about first what the Attica area was like. That's the area around Athens. Then we go more into the people, the home, the oikos, just more interesting facts. I've sort of skimmed through the first bit of it. Now I'm sort of reading deep into it. I've got independent study tomorrow or Thursday. I think Thursday. Oh, there goes little miss. Don't play with the camera. Oh, she's adorable. Wow. She's just been amazing. We got her a new bed. She didn't quite like the furry bed I got her, but I don't think she likes furry things. She sort of likes being enclosed, which is why I got the furry bed, because it's like this great big sort of donut sort of bed. But that's, Anywho, I got her another one, which is pretty much it's a cat's mouth with the ears and a little dangly ball which she plays with when she gets just like a little, very tired. So she sort of hangs onto it and goes, oh. It's so adorable. If you've seen the picture on Instagram, she's yawning and holding onto the ball. It's just adorable. Well, let's see. Along with the university, I'm writing everything I see on the module page, and then of course all the activities into it. It's just super interesting, because even though it does require a lot of work, the work doesn't bother me so much as it did back in when I was doing a university course. Currently I'm doing arts and humanities, but previously I did psychology and criminology. I liked the psychology and criminology, however I just didn't like the classroom aspect, sitting in a classroom listening to a teacher drone on and on. But it wasn't that it was the teacher, it was the fact that it was a small room, maybe 14 of us, which isn't that big a size, and the college had only just started getting used to the fact that there was a university section. Now they have this great big building for it, but beforehand they weren't ready, and I think they let us down on that, because I didn't get the preparation I deserved. There was a partnering program, you had to present stuff, and it didn't work out because my partner dropped out. And what am I meant to do once my partner drops out because he can't afford the course? Because it was a fast track course, so everything you do in 3 years, you do in 2 years. So let's say you, at the end of year 1, you've got to give in a basic dissertation. You've got to do that within 1 month, whilst most people would have a whole year to do their basic dissertation. It doesn't really make it fair, does it? And then there were systems which I didn't quite understand, and you couldn't ask the teachers because the teachers didn't know. So I know that it was all this new thing, and they weren't ready. They thought, oh, we'll try it. But then we don't try it, in a way. And it just became quite frustrating. Excuse me, I also put my glasses on. So I just got quite frustrated, quite annoyed, and then I just started ditching lessons. I thought, I'm not learning anything from these lessons that I don't learn from the textbook. And I'm sorry, that's a bit like college really. I will admit I only attended 25% of my college course lessons, but I ended up leaving with B's and C's. Okay, I had one E, but that was only because I got an A+ in one exam and then a U in the other, because I couldn't attend it that day because I was sick. So it was just like, yeah, that was just there was no point in that. So then, but I got B's and C's, and I did pretty well. Okay, there was general studies, but general studies, there's nothing really to it. But even the extended project I got a B on, which was pretty much about my Lena Kallanklas novel, which you can find on the internet. It's very basic. The only first 3 chapters, and I did it when I was a teenager, so it's practically a mystery romance. But I gotta beat it because I worked outside of the classroom. Oh, there's the dogs. Let me just pause. Sorry for the pause. Anyway, Lena Lancaster was sort of like a pet project since I was in school. And it's just, I loved the 1920s. But like, you know, it's like in between the suffragettes, women were starting to see that they could have a bit more power than just being housewives. And I thought I based the novel around that because it was just an interesting time in terms of, like, you know, everything that we know today about criminology actually came from that time. The liquid that shows the blood, even though that comes up in, like, you know, different all sorts of things, it's not that super reliable as it used to be, but it was reliable enough. It's just, I found it more passionate in that than I did in my courses. And the teachers, there was teachers that did have the passion for the course, but then there were teachers who were just there. It's like, I got a D in my psychology first term, but then I went to English literature for my second, and it wasn't English literature, archaeology. I loved archaeology, still do. I still watch archaeology documentaries and all that. If you can hear the dogs, I think they're just interested in who's at the door and all that. Cassandra doesn't really much care. She's sitting on her little perch. I'm looking at some more, like, you know, toys for her. Even though she's got a bunch of toys. You're really spoilt for choice, aren't you, my baby? But I think her favourite toys are just little bells, like, you know, ball bells. Anything that makes a noise. I think that's why I haven't put her original collar on her, because it's got a bell on it, it's got a little ruffle, but it doesn't really fit her because she is so small. She is tiny. I think she's gonna be a small cat, but I don't mind that because she's my little kitten. She always will be my little kitten. I just love her for it. Now, what have I else been doing? Doing Criminal Minds, like, rerun. I did a Bones rerun, like, you know, just, you know, though it did get me onto Sleepy Hollow. I thought, I'll try Sleepy Hollow. It's Halloween month. I love Halloween. Absolutely love Halloween. And it is, like, my favourite time of year. Well, the thing is, it's also the same month of my birthday, so I used to have a lot of Halloween-based birthdays. I still have my CL Phantom Hive dress, which I probably won't fit into at the moment because I am large and I have been using the Ring Fit, which is right here. I've been using that every day so far since I've bought it. I'm starting to feel like I'm losing a bit of weight, but you know, it all depends on what you eat, and I don't eat very healthily. I have my vegetables, I have my fruit, but I'm not gonna be super anal about it. I'm just gonna, you know, have what I like, because in the past I was on a very restricted diet because my IBS is all about gluten and stuff like that, and I just thought, nowadays I have omeprazole, I have mebeverine, why should I bother? Really, I don't mind being large because my bubby loves me for me. He doesn't care that I've got a double chin, he doesn't care that well, my stomach is rounded. He just loves me for me, and that makes me happy, and that's the whole point of it. You just got to be happy with yourself, and if you know that you're never gonna be super skinny, super, like, you know, model type, then you just have to accept it. And I think that that's a pet peeve for me. Like, you know, when you look on to the internet, like Instagram models, people, gamer girls that, you know, gamer girls, they're like, you know, super pretty and super thin, super certain body shape, which I could get to if I wanted, but I don't want. I just want to be known as a girl who games, not a gamer girl. And it's super, what's the word? It knocks your confidence in yourself a bit. It makes you quite anxious because you're like, I'm not doing enough to look like them. And I realise if I want to look like them, I'm gonna have to do a lot of stuff that will hurt. And I mean really hurt, because I've explained this before. Me doing health, like getting myself healthy, it hurts a lot more than what a normal person who's overweight, because I've got fibro. I can manage 7-8 minutes on the Ring Fit before I feel exhausted, and I know that's not long because you're supposed to do 30 minutes a day, but I can't do it. I literally can't do it because my fibro screams if I push myself. My pills only just take the skin off of what the pain is. It just gives me this sort of little layer where I can touch my legs, but it doesn't take the pain away. Even cross leg right now, my legs are just aching and screaming, and no one seems, a lot of doctors don't seem to understand that. Oh, hello, come in here. Oh, nope, she's gonna run away. Why? She's gonna run away. Doctors don't understand that, and I think doctors need to learn about fibromyalgia and see that actually people are in a lot of pain. They can't do normal things. I can't have a job now. I know if I go to a job, I'm going to be fatigued by 12 o'clock. And no job is going to have me from 9 till 12, or let's say 12 till 3. No dog's going to have me 12 to 3 every day. And every day, when I was doing a 9 to 5 job, I'd come home, fall asleep, and then get up the next morning and go back to the job. I never had fun. I never had a good time with my family or anything afterwards because I was so tired, because my body can't handle it. And a lot of people I used to know didn't understand that. They didn't understand that actually, no, I needed the space, I needed the time to get myself better. And one of the frustrating things, I did an apprenticeship and I spent 72 hours awake trying to catch up with work because I was so exhausted. And then I crashed for about 2 days because I was working so hard for this guy. He didn't understand that actually I was sick, and the measly money that he was giving me was just barely covering bills because I'd moved out of the house and I wasn't eating right. Because if you want fresh food, if you want to be, like, you know, you're supposed to be on a very healthy diet. If you are sensitive to gluten or have IBS, you're supposed to be eating a lot of veg, a lot of greens and everything. But I couldn't afford that. God no, I barely could pay off the fact that I bought a bed, like, you know, on loan, or the fact that I couldn't. I had bills that my rent was pretty much 3/4 of my actual paycheck, and every time I wasn't there, and every time I was late, he would deduct my paycheck, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're the one who is pushing me to do 5 people's jobs because you can't be asked to hire them. It's like, you know, it's more expensive to have 5 people doing 5 different things than one person on an apprenticeship. Which, I did the apprenticeship, I finished it. Good for me. But it broke me. It broke my body, and it was really frustrating because he started this ultimatum, like, if I didn't get to work on time less than I think it was 75%, he would deduct my pay for that month. And I'm like, thanks, even if I'm 2 minutes late. But then he could see on his system that I would stay till about 10 o'clock. So I was doing more to make up for the time that I'd lost. And I was supposed to finish around 6 o'clock each day. I would stay on till 10 because I had the keys to the office, and I would close up and clean up. And yes, I would forget to clean up because I was so tired, my brain would go into fatigue mode. Yet he was supposed to look after me in a way. Wasn't a very good boss in terms of health. Very good boss when it came to work, but I think the thing I hated most, and it's one thing that really is difficult when trying to find a job, is I don't want to talk to clients. I want to have a job that, you know, you can be in a little back room and you just on a computer all day. That's all I want. But so many companies are like, oh, everyone should do everything these days. No, I just want a little cubicle. I don't want it open spaced. I just want a little cubicle, and people hate that. I'm one of those old-fashioned people where I could have just done with a cubicle. Just, you know, don't want to know what happens on Love Island that week. I don't want to know what happens on Big Brother. I just wanted to get on with my work. But the thing is, the companies I've worked for all want to be this open planned, open group thing. Like, you know, everyone knows everyone. So I started to stop them from talking to me during lunch breaks. I would buy quite large lunches, so then they wouldn't have to talk to me, because I would have the fruit and all that, but then I have a large sandwich. So then, because I've got a small mouth but big tongue, I would just nibble on it. And okay, that made me larger because I was eating a lot more than I should have. But it was a way to just tell them to go away without being rude. So that's me. So yeah, I'm not a nice person, I don't think so. I always thought I was a nice person, but now I tell a lot of people just to go F themselves, because it's just like, I don't care anymore. I spent too much of my life caring about what other people think. Now I don't. I say, get on with it. You've got to sort it out for yourself, because I just don't give a damn. You've got to, because I've had to deal with other people's crap so much, and I'm not gonna name names, but you know who you are. You know what you did to me, and I had to deal with your crap a lot, and it just pushed me over the edge, where now I can't even work. I'm larger than I'm supposed to be, and I'm only just starting to get my life together. And I'm going to be 27 in a few weeks. So that shows how long it takes to really say no if you've never said no. Okay, I think that's me done for my CBT today to you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will reply as much as possible. But like I said, I'm really engrossed in my student stuff. So, thank you and goodbye. Kaitou fam, it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, only 2 days, but you love me really. As you can see, I'm no longer half coloured. I'm full on auburn. So, and apologies for the fringe. I am going to be getting it trimmed and thickened. Just at the moment it's at my eye level, so I will be playing around with it. But I hope you like the new colour. I was like this for a while. Growing my hair out again. Excuse me for the ums and all that. Well, it's been a busy couple of days, hasn't it, my sweet Cassandra? We are gonna... You can see her. She's... Pikachu! Whoopsie! Oh, well, you've seen her only briefly. Apologies for that, but she's not much for the camera. She just loves playing around. She is getting a new bed tomorrow. It's got a little dangly ball and, well, fuzzy ball, so. And it's a proper little cozy bed. She doesn't like her fluffy bed, but Fluff likes it, so we'll do that. Let me put my glasses on so I can read my notes. There we go. Okay, so hair dye, and as I said on yesterday, I got my ring fit. The leg strap's just over there, and I have to say it really requires strength, and I will say it is a brilliant form of exercise. They have really made a great way to exercise. I think if you remember that in the original Wii's and all that, we only had a flat board. This, brilliant. Just 2 controllers, one for your leg, one for this, and it requires a lot of arm stretching, a lot of walking, and you know what, I'm really starting to feel the strength coming back to my legs. Like, you know, I'm a little bit exhausted today. I might not exercise just because I did so much walking yesterday. I did enjoy doing the walking. As I mentioned on Spider-Man, I went and got some drinks. Of course, Mountain Dew. I have 2 of these. It was 2 for £2, and let's face it, it's been a while since the full-size Mountain Dews have been that price. The next would be Poca Ice Melon Tea. And I'm sorry, that's back to front, but it's good. I haven't tried it yet, but I did try the lychee version, and that was delicious. And it is just literally just tea with melon juice added. It's not like, you know, any artificial stuff, which you do find a lot when you come to, like, you know, English teas. So next is Ramune. I'm already going through my what's it, blackcurrant one. Not a fan of the blackcurrant. I am a fan of the peach. This is the original lemon flavour, which pretty much is just lemonade, but it's just a bit of fun, like, you know, opening it and just the little marble inside. That looks like the marble in this one may have swollen a bit. That's why we were struggling to open it last night. And finally, I have just classic C2 green tea, which is just normal tea, green tea. So it says here, C2 is cool and clean, enjoy refreshment like no other. It's brewed from 100% natural green tea leaves, Camellia sinensis, and bottled the same day. So, fresh tea. I'm a fan of tea, if you didn't know. So, Cassandra, she's getting better with the dogs now. She doesn't much mind Ivy, and she doesn't much mind Mika or Bonnie. You've seen pictures of them on my Instagram, which, you know, they're just plain adorable. They've been fantastic. It's fantastic that they have just started to work well together. I'm taking these glasses off now because I don't need to read my notes. As for parents, I saw them yesterday. They gave me some of my old recipe books. Rachel Allen Bakes. That was one of my favourite cookery books, actually. They've given me a new Mary Berry. They got the wrong Mary Berry, but because I got one of her newer white books that, you know, had the signature in, like, you know, because she was there for an autograph day and I missed it. Well, I've met celebrities in my time, and that's just saying meeting celebrities is fantastic, but don't get your hopes up. They're not crazy, like, you know, with fans. Talked about school. If you guys didn't know, I went to St. Nicholas School for girls. Very prestigious school where I was from. And I worked hard. You know what, I did work hard in my own way, but then I was dealing with my bisexuality at the same time, because I think I knew I was bi about around 10 years old, because even though I liked flirting with boys, like, you know, like every normal, like, you know, 10-year-old would, like, you know, it's like you start getting interested in boys, but you're not full on that. And then I had to deal with early puberty. I think I was 11 once I had my first period, and it was on Halloween, which made it extra scary. Like, I thought something like spooky happened, but literally, I was 11 and I had my first period, and I didn't even have an A cup. I was already a largish girl, but I went being 11, 12, and you're already a B cup. Like, eek, is terrifying, because everyone else is flat-chested still. And it just, then I just realised, you know what, I'm going to be a chunky girl, I'm going to have chunky boobs. That's my genetics. My sister got the sort of slim figure, I got the very curvy figure. And you know what, even though I'm doing Ring Fit, and, you know, doing the exercises, like I get the beats from here saying that I do my 250 steps a day, well, not like an hour, so that I can do many steps. It turns out I don't really want to be skinny. I would like to be healthier, like, you know, just having a slimish body, like, you know, just a healthier body. But in terms of, you know, let's say, trying to think of a famous actress who's super skinny, but I can't. But, like, you know, model skinny. Like, you know, I would never be that skinny. And let's face it, most of them torture themselves to be size 0. It's like, there shouldn't be a size 0. I'm sorry, but that size 0 should really equals death to them. So it's like, no, I would not torture myself with all that. What else? My school was good. Like, you know, I was a unicorn in terms of houses. hence why I have a unicorn hoodie, because I'm still a house girl from after all these years. We had normal lessons. Most schools finished around 2-3 p.m. Ours finished around 4-5. Excuse me. Tight throat today. Well, anywho, it was nice talking to my parents. Had a bit of cake, just talking about the past. They didn't have my Pandoras. They've lost them, which is quite adorable if you think about it. I will be streaming tomorrow. Still Spider-Man. I finally got Bubby to play it last night, and he was just so frustrated. He can understand why I was frustrated at the beginning, but the thing is, I did better than him at the beginning in terms of the fight scenes, but he's better than me in terms of speeding with the webs. So he's better at that with me than me. So we sort of complement each other. He is very much swinging. I'm very much, I punch you in the face. Well, kick you in the face mainly. But I've had a really good time. We'll do a picture of the room. I've got quite a bit of knitting to do in terms of little small amigurumis, which, if you guys don't know, they're like felted little mini animals made of just knitting. I've done quite a few of them in the past. I did a bunny and a monkey. My bunny looks almost like a pig though. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. I'm ditching this morning's OU because I just can't be asked with it right now. I want to get this done. It's introduction week, so literally it's just stuff like how to study, what we're studying. Next week is going to be the more important week. I will start working on the actual search engine optimization of the YouTube channel, so you can see better thumbnails, better descriptions, better tags and all that, so you'll be able to find me. It's so strange. It's just so strange that I know my life isn't super exciting, even though I am going through so much drama at the moment. But the thing is, this is a blog. This is just me giving you life updates, just more things about Cassandra, how I'm doing personally, hair dye, and then of course the ring fit, how I'm getting better with my health. This is not going to be like, oh, I'm travelling the world. No, I'll travel once a year. I know we couldn't do it this year, but we're doing it next year, which I think is brilliant. And I get to go with Jane, so then we can have a little girls' time, and Tom can, guy out and just do what he wants. He doesn't have to be with me 24/7, and I think that works for us. I understand couples who were when I was a teenager, I was one of those 24/7 girls. But then as I grew older, I thought, actually, he needs his space, I need my space. And we sort of work that out between us. And then we get to, Spider-Man, I was a backseat gamer. And I know there's a few of you groaning on that bit. It's like, oh no, she's one of those. No, yeah, if I know the game, I'll say, wait, no, go left, go right, kick him there, triangle, X. It's like, so I will be if I know the game, maybe, but if I don't know the game, I'll be just like, oh, what's going on there? And if I don't, I just read it up online. I don't like disturbing gamers, because let's face it, disturbing a gamer in the middle of his game, not a good idea. Anywho, I think that is me. I'm gonna do some chores now, get this room all tidy so I can tidy room, tidy mind sort of thing, and I hope to hear some comments from you guys soon. Please like and subscribe, and I will get to you as soon as possible. So thank you and goodbye.